Senator Gishuhay.
My question
Order.
is to
Senator Gishuhay.
My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Senior Australians and Aged Care, Senator Scullion. Minister, what is the Liberal National Government doing to ensure that older Australians are receiving the best quality of aged care possible?
The Minister representing the Minister for Senior Australians and Aged Care, Senator Scullion.
Thank you, Mr President. Can I thank the Senator for her question? Our government treasures our senior Australians for all they have done to make Australia the great country it is. Our senior Australians deserve to be treated with the respect and dignity, and that's why our government is making a record investment in aged care. The government investment in aged care is going up by $1 billion a year over the forward estimates. In 2017-18 alone, aged care spending is estimated to reach $18.6 billion. Over the next 5 years, it will grow by an additional $5 billion to $23.6 billion. That's $5 billion more to ensure our senior Australians receive the very best care possible. And, Mr President, despite the lies and falsehoods being spread by those opposite, the fact is that we are investing a record amount into aged care. The government is increasing the number of home care packages available from 87,000 in 17-18 to 151,000 by 21-22. This will include a 34,000 increase in high-level packages by 2021. So the immediate rollout of the 14,000 additional aged care packages, on top of the 6,000 additional packages announced in MyEFO, the government is bringing forward $90 million to support aged care providers, with significant funding rolling out this financial year. Of this, Mr President, $40 million is available to support aged care services in regional, rural and remote locations to improve, maintain and expand their infrastructure, ensuring that senior Australians in these locations receive exactly the same support of those people who need these services in the cities. We're also providing $50 million to support residential aged care providers and their staff improved quality standards of care across the sector. And, Mr President, our government is absolutely committed to making sure we deliver to our senior Australians first-class care.
Order. Senator Gishuhay, a supplementary question.
Minister, what reforms are the government implementing to improve the quality of care that older Australians receive?
Senator Scullion.
Mr President, our government is implementing a reform package that is significantly improving the aged care providers that are delivering to senior Australians. We're establishing a new tough cop on the block, an independent aged care quality safety commissioner who will now have at hand more than $300 million to police the sector, providing a one-stop shop for all aged care consumers, their carers, their loved ones on quality of care and services. We will ensure genuinely unannounced visits by auditors. We're introducing a new aged care quality standards that clearly spell out what consumers can expect from an aged care service. Supported by a new Charter of Rights, we continue to supporting advocacy services for senior Australians that will address elder abuse in aged care, with a $31.7 million to be provided to the Older Persons Advocacy Network to 2020. We put all aged care providers on notice. If you're not delivering the highest quality service, then you have to lift your...
Senator Gishuhay, a final supplementary question.
Minister, why has the government decided to call a royal commission into the aged care sector?
Senator Scullion.
Mr President, as the Prime Minister has indicated, there are thousands of operators, facility, care providers, nurses and other clinical staff, volunteers, cleaners, cooks and therapists out there improving the lives of senior Australians every day. However, following intensified policing and inspections of this sector by government authorities, information has come to light that makes the case for a royal commission into the sector compelling. For instance, finding that serious risk against service providers has risen by 177% over the last year. Referrals to the Aged Care Quality Agency have risen 188% over the last year. Non-compliance notices are up by 185%. The Royal Commission will look at the aged sector as a whole without bias or prejudice. It will make findings on the evidence, and as the Prime Minister has also said, it will then be up to the government and parliament to act on these findings together.